Morning. I am so excited to be here with you today. This is Wednesday in A with Cleangoodeats. I am a family relationship and wellness coach, but today is with you that I might be taking the coaching hat off and putting on the mommy and wife hat today. So welcome, number one. Number two, today is the day that America celebrates Independence Day. How awesome is that, right? But today we are going to celebrate independence from high grocery bills, from not so flavorful food, and from not having enough money and wellness at the end of the month. All right, so let's dig in. So like I said, I'm going to take off this is my Cleangoodeats flour. Everybody who knows me knows that I wear my flour, but I'm taking this flour off today, and I'm even hiding this because I want to share with you the amazing feat that I have been able to produce, especially this month. Okay, so we're talking about saving money, and I'm going to show you how I saved hundreds of dollars. Listen to me, hundreds of dollars without coupons on my grocery bill. So I love Costco. Yes, I absolutely love Costco. To me, that is like heaven on earth, right? So when I walk into Costco, it's almost like I'm walking past the pearly gates and the angels are singing praises to my very existence when I walk into Costco, right? And normally at Costco, I spend about, on one trip easy, about $330. Don't judge me. But the reason for that is because my family, as I'm sure many of you may experience this, in the case, we can't really go shop with coupons. We cannot just go buy the packaged goods off of the shelf because that really could be, the difference between life and death. So we don't do that. And that makes our grocery bill very huge. But Sunday, I went to Costco, and I want you all to see this. I want you to see it up close and personal. Okay, so I told you I spend normally hope you can see me. It said that my stream was, hope you can see me now. Yay, hope you can. If you can, give me a thumbs up, a love, or something like that. Okay, so normally I spend $330 on average each time I go to Costco, which is a lot of money, okay? A lot of money. This time, it was only $178.19. I'm going to share with you how I did that. And yes, that's going to feed this family for 2 weeks, okay? Because our normal food budget is around $700 to $800 a month. Isn't that a lot? $700 to $800 a month. I'm like, you know what? I do not want to pay a double mortgage just to eat. So I figured out we had to figure out a better way how to do that. So that was Costco. Another store that I shop at is Aldi. And if you've never been to Aldi, you can get some really good deals at Aldi without a coupon. So my budget at Aldi was $44. That's all I wanted to spend was $44. Look at this. I spent $41. Yes, I got organic food. Yes. So that really excites me. And then at Costco, I put myself on a budget. I said, I'm not going to spend any more than $180. So $178.19. Yeah, I'm feeling real good. So I'm going to show you how I did this. Now, if you are like me, you do not have a lot of time to do meal planning, to do, just a host of things. If you're like me, you're shuffling this one to this sport, this one to her job, or this one wherever, right? But I sat down and I thought about it. I'm like, because I loathed meal planning. Anytime somebody mentioned the words meal planning to me, I was like, ooh, keep it away. But because to me, that required organization, and I'm not that organized. So I said, let me think about this. When I'm thinking about what I'm going to make day to day meal wise, whether it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, how much time am I actually spending on that? I'm thinking at night, what are we going to have for breakfast? Do we have what we need to have for breakfast? Then you go and you stand in the refrigerator for like 5 minutes to try to figure out what in the world is in there that you could concoct to make it a halfway decent meal, right? Well, I said, well, how long would meal prep really take me? So this is what I did. And I used to actually make my menus and put them on the board for everyone in the family to see. But I'm like, hold up. I don't have time for that because that means I got to write everything. I don't got time for that. So what I do is I'm like the average American who has maybe about 10 to 12 meals in the repertoire. Those are about 10 to 12 meals that you eat regularly without even realizing it, whether it's your casserole, your burger, your pizza, whatever it is, right? 10 to 12 meals. So I figured, why don't I put that in a meal plan? So this is what I did, and I'm going to show you, if you can see that. These are the dinners for the entire month. The entire month. So I cook once because I don't like spending a whole lot of time in the kitchen. Yes, I love to cook, but who wants to be in the kitchen 24/7, right? Okay. So, and let me remind you too, this is a Q&A. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them and I will answer your question, okay? All right. So I cook on Sunday, I cook on Wednesday, and it's a free-for-all on Saturday. That's right. I cook twice a week. So that means we cook once, we eat 3 times. Now, you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, I could not have the same thing 3 days in a row. And I am right there with you. So we have one base meal. So for example, we had tomato soup, right? Sunday was tomato soup. But on Sunday, we had tomato soup with grilled cheese sandwiches. On Tuesday, we had tomato soup with garlic bread and a salad. And I'm sorry, Sunday was grilled cheese. Monday was the garlic bread and a salad. And then Tuesday, I don't even remember what we had with. I think it was like quinoa and something else. But it was different each time. So my family didn't get bored with the staple. And so that is how I began doing my meal prep, which made it a lot easier. My family knew what to expect. I knew what was in the refrigerator and in the cabinets, so I didn't have to really worry about that. But then the next thing is, other than telling my family, stay out that kitchen, because that's a lot of waste too, because they go in there and, they might leave the bacon out all day long and then you got to throw it out, or they'll make something and use like 3 times the amount of ingredients that they actually needed. So I try to help them ration and portion because that will save you money too. But while I'm making these recipes before I go shopping, that's the key, do it before you go shopping, I wrote out in the ingredients that I was going to need, and then I highlighted, here you can see it, I'll show it to you. I highlighted only those items that I needed to purchase. I think that's how I did it, right? Yes, only those items that I needed to purchase. So if it was something that I did not need to purchase, I didn't need to highlight it. Yay. So I'm making meals with food that I generally already have in the cupboard and in the refrigerator, right? And I'm only adding those items that the recipe is calling for that I don't have. That is a saver, because how many times do you go in the cupboards and you're like, oh man, I needed to get some sugar, I need to do this. And then you go in there and you realize, oh, it's already there. And so now you spent double the amount of money that you didn't need to spend to begin with. Another tip is know your store prices. So I'm going to show you my list for Costco and for Aldi. Okay. And there's another store that I shop at too, but that's not really a chain store that's all over the place. So I'm not even going to mention that one. But the Aldi and Costco right here, you see, I made up my list. And in my list, I put down what my budget was, each item, what I remembered it costing, and then when I went to the store, what it actually cost. And I'm going to tell you, this actually saved me money, because when I went to Aldi and I was looking at the apples, and the apples were actually $2.49 a pound for some organic apples. Yay, that's good. If you don't know that's good, that's good. And I said to the lady, why are they ringing up for $3.99 when I know they are $2.49? So she's like, well, are you sure? Yes, I have it right here, I'm sure. And so that wound up saving me $3 right there. So that, kudos, because it would have put me over my budget had I not caught that and another thing that happens at Aldi. So that's very important to know your prices, so that when you go into the store, you make sure that you are not spending more than what you have to spend. Another thing that I did was, in knowing your prices, if you go to another store and you know that that other store's prices might be a little bit higher, but you see it at the store that you're presently in for less, whoop, 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 right? Kudos. You can purchase it there and scratch it off your list. You can add that amount to your new total and you've saved money. So these are things that you want to keep in mind as you are shopping. So I'm going to show you one more thing. Hold on, one more thing. Well, actually, a couple more things. So this is my Costco haul. And here's some of the items that we get as staples, so that when the kids get hungry, they want a snack, it's right there. You don't have to go and make anything extra. They don't have to go and mess up the kitchen to make anything extra. It's right here. So potatoes. I know potatoes are a staple in many people's diet. So you can make potato chips, French fries, baked potato soup. I mean, the possibilities are endless with this. If you don't do regular baking potatoes, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are great, even if you have a sweet tooth and you're trying to be healthy. Notice I said trying to be healthy. This is great. Put a little bit of maple syrup over it, put some nuts over it. Bam, you have yourself a nice little snack. Okay, apples. Apples are great for just snacking on, to add sugar to your food without actually adding sugar to your food. So it's a nice natural sweetener. Onions, well, they're not chomping on onions as a snack, but you can, onions are very versatile. You get the point. Okay. And then cuties. Who doesn't love cuties, right? So this is just part of my haul here. I'm going to take this back. Ugh. And I'm going to share with you another secret. Instead of buying teas, because my husband and I, we like to drink tea in the morning. So instead of buying, little packaged teas that sometimes can be ridiculously priced, you can make your own tea from spices. So cinnamon and ginger. If you ever need a detox, get everything running regular in there. Cinnamon and ginger are great to pair together. All you have to do, boil it in there with boil it in there with water, strain it, and you have yourself a delicious tea. The same thing with fennel. You can do that with fennel too. You just pour it in there. If you have a little, loose leaf container, I might have one. Hold on, let me see if I have. Yeah. This is my little loose leaf container, but honestly, you can use little mesh bags that cost like pennies on the dollar. You can get them at the dollar store. Little mesh bags, put them in there. You can actually wash them out, reuse them. I am Frugal Fanny. So those are some of the things that I do to save on money. Another thing I do is I bake bread. Now, you're probably thinking, who in the world has time to make bread? I am not June Cleaver. I am not the pioneer woman. I don't have that kind of time. I feel you, because I don't either. That's why I went to a consignment shop and I found some bread makers for pennies on the dollar. That's right. I think one bread maker was like $10, $10 for a bread maker. And so it does everything for you. Yeah, just put the ingredients in there and I'm going to show you what it made. Ooh, I wish you had smell-o-vision because it smells good. So this right here, this bread is actually Parmesan garlic bread. All I did was put the Parmesan in there, put the garlic in there with the regular bread ingredients. Bam, you have Parmesan garlic bread. So all you got to do, cut it up, maybe put a little coconut oil on it, toast it up. You are good to go. Kids love that. This one is for, as you can see, it's kind of going, okay. It's carrot bread. Again, this is a quick bread. You don't even need a bread maker to do that. This is a quick bread. all of the time is literally spent in the oven. All you gotta do is just mix up the ingredients all together, stick it in the oven, you are good. And so the kids absolutely love it. So these are quick things that you can do in order to make your mealtime less stress time. We are all about here. I'm gonna put my Cleangoodeats flour back on before I say this. Okay, so at Cleangoodeats, we are all about bringing the family back to the table, not bringing the mama in the kitchen and the kids somewhere else, or, the dad washing up the dishes. No, we're not about that. We're about bringing the family back to the table so that you get to know each other again and enjoy your food. This is another thing that I would recommend. Okay, rice or any type of grain that your family will eat, that they'll like and they'll tolerate. But I recommend this because this is a great filler. If you are on a budget, this is a great filler. You make a big batch of this in the beginning of the week so you don't have to keep making it. And if you don't have an Instant Pot, if you hear nothing else I say during this video, get yourself a pressure cooker. It doesn't have to be the brand name of Instant Pot. Hear me on that, because mine is not. I actually got mine on sale at Aldi for $39.99. I use this more than anything else, and I'm going to show it to you. I actually have rice in here right now, but this is my Instant Pot. This saves me so much time, so much money. Even with the tomato soup that I made, I have something in here, so I'm just gonna turn it back on. But even with the potato soup that I made it all in here. You can make stocks in here and you are not in the kitchen. So with the stock, all I did, put the water in there, carrots, celery, some garlic, some onion, put it in there, and it does the rest. And so instead of buying chicken stock at the store, you literally have made chicken stock for pennies. And that will last you for weeks. You can even freeze it and it will last for you. So when I say that we have been able to slash our grocery bill by hundreds of dollars, please understand you don't have to have a coupon, because generally the foods that are healthy for you don't have a coupon. So if you are trying to eat healthy, you are trying to steer your family in the right direction health-wise. In my family, my daughter had severe food allergies. And so nothing that produced a coupon we could purchase. My husband has a condition called G6PD, where he cannot have anything that is prepackaged. Now, I find that funny because I didn't even know how to cook when we first really found this out. So, being able to cook like this with an Instant Pot that does all the cooking for you is priceless. So I challenge you to get a pressure cooker. You can find them as low as $40, but I tell you that'll be the best $40 that you have spent, because it will save you time in your day, in your week, in your month. It will save you money each time you go to the grocery store. It will save your sanity, because this is all you have to clean up. You don't have a billion other dishes to clean up. Okay, so at the end of the month, all that money that you've saved, you take yourself out on a date, get your nails done, get your hair done. You can just go away and have solitude time, send the family away, and so you can have solitude time. So I hope that this helped you. I hope that it blessed you. I'm just going to double check and make sure that I don't have any messages where people have asked any questions that I've missed. Hopefully not. If you do have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comment section. If you're on Facebook, you can post them in the event comments section. If you're on YouTube, you can post it there. If you want to get a hold of me, feel free to contact me at cleangoodeats.com. I am Sakina Bunch. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, all under Clean Good Eats. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.